Brenda Lee lived a double life for 30 years, and no one knew, until now, because behind the image of the petite powerhouse with a booming voice existed a private world carefully guarded from public view, shaped by pressure, restraint, and survival rather than scandal. From the moment she burst onto the charts as a child, Brenda Lee became an industry asset, celebrated for her maturity on stage and expected to perform with adult composure long before she had lived an adult life. The public knew the hits, the confidence, and the polished performances, but few understood the emotional cost of growing up under constant scrutiny. Lee's double life was not about deception for thrill or fame, but about separation, a necessary divide between who she was expected to be and who she actually was. On stage, she was fearless, commanding, and seemingly unstoppable. Offstage, she was a young woman navigating anxiety, exhaustion, and the burden of responsibility placed on her shoulders at an age when most children were protected from it. For decades, Lee maintained this balance with remarkable discipline, rarely complaining and never publicly rebelling. She understood early that her career supported not just herself, but her family, and that awareness shaped every decision she made. The industry praised her professionalism, unaware that it came from necessity rather than comfort. Lee learned to compartmentalize, giving audiences the performance they wanted while quietly preserving fragments of a normal life whenever possible. This meant retreating from excess, avoiding controversy, and building strong boundaries around her private world. While others chased attention, Lee guarded anonymity at home, choosing stability over spectacle. Her marriage became a cornerstone of that private life, offering consistency in stark contrast to the unpredictability of show business. Yet even that stability required sacrifice. Lee often suppressed her own needs to maintain equilibrium, believing that endurance was the price of longevity. For 30 years, she carried the emotional weight of being perpetually on, even when cameras were gone. The double life also extended to how she processed success. Publicly, she expressed gratitude and humility. Privately, she wrestled with the fear of being reduced to nostalgia, of being frozen in time as the young girl with the powerful voice. Lee worked tirelessly to be taken seriously as an artist beyond novelty, a challenge compounded by her early fame. She adapted, evolved, and refined her craft, even as the industry shifted around her. The strain of constant adaptation reinforced her need for separation between public persona and private self. What finally brought this truth into focus was not a revelation of wrongdoing, but reflection. As years passed, Lee began speaking more openly about the emotional complexity of her journey, acknowledging that strength often masked vulnerability. She admitted that living two lives was exhausting, but necessary. One life belonged to the world, shaped by expectation and applause. The other belonged to her alone, built on quiet routines, family, and moments of ordinary peace. The revelation surprised fans who assumed authenticity meant full visibility. Lee's story challenges that assumption, showing that privacy can coexist with honesty. Her double life was an act of preservation, not deceit. By controlling what she shared, she protected her sense of self in an industry that often consumes it. The truth, revealed gently rather than dramatically, reframes her legacy. Brenda Lee did not hide because she had something to be ashamed of, but because she understood that survival sometimes requires separation. Her quiet resilience allowed her to endure, evolve, and remain grounded while carrying the weight of fame with grace.